DER, so I'm actually the first employee of DER. Everyone else is a volunteer board member. And I did it because I've been in nonprofits and direct service since about 2003. And I wanted to see another aspect of nonprofits. And so where better to go than DER, right? To meet developers, to see what they do, see what they're like, see what they're talking about, see what they're thinking about, and get involved in network. So it was both a job and a way to network and meet new people.
Great. And also after you...
Being at DER events has really shown me just how much strategy and thought and time goes into the fundraising aspect and the different venues you can go through. There's the there's the individual donors, there's the big asks. There's so many different parts of it that I just didn't really know about, and just wouldn't be able to contribute to. And so now seeing the skill, the talent, and the dedication that people here have, it just kind of inspires me to be able to want to be able to do the things they can do, right? And from a program perspective, it makes me want to know how to talk about my programs better. I always remember, our development folks at the agencies I used to work at come and asking me for all this data, for all this information, and it was, like, I have all this stuff to do, I'm busy, but now I understand why they need it, and how it can be helpful to the organization and to myself in my program overall.
DER.
So DER is made up of a volunteer board and then all these members who pay a small membership fee. But because it's volunteer run, everyone who's in it is really passionate and really wants to see it succeed. And they're here because they want to help their organization and all nonprofits in the Bay Area raise more money to do better work. So if that's something you're interested in, that's the reason why you'd want to do it. And I referenced before the talent, the skill that everyone here has. To get a chance to be in the room, hear their thoughts, their opinions, get to meet them and work with them, and network with them, and maybe even work with them later at a job. You just get contact with all these people that you might not get otherwise.
Well, to sort of build off that,
let's see. Well, so having that diverse network of folks, right, really allows someone to see the different avenues you can go into for development, and also just, it's kind of heartwarming to see all the good work that people are doing in this room. Like, this room is going to be filled with people who are raising money for hospitals, for schools, for environmental agencies, for youth agencies, for all kinds of different places, all critical issues and all critical causes, right? And this is where a lot of that, I guess, hopefully this is where a lot of that thought starts, and people raise more money.
Great.
Let's see. For someone who is just starting out in development, you have a lot of people who are in senior positions here, and they're members. So it's a great way to get in contact with them, to shake their hand and meet them, and you might not be able to do that otherwise, right? Because they're at work or they're in their agencies. But it's also, you and I talked about some of the topics that we have. We're learning about social media today. There's been topics about how to advance in the field, how to move from one organization to another, how to get a different type of experience. So there's these questions that someone would want to have in any field, but specifically for development, get answered here in these workshops. So people can grow in just so many different ways by meeting and through the learning that happens. In terms of nonprofits, it's just good to know how to talk about what you do, and who does that better than development folks, So it's good for both areas, really.
That's really great. And then
so DER just creates a very supportive environment where even though people have different causes, or even if they have the same cause but they're from competing organizations, it doesn't really matter. Everyone's here because they want to benefit the community. And so it's very supportive, and everyone's willing to share and talk about different strategies, different things. It's very friendly. You could just see everyone shaking hands, saying hello, and getting to know each other, which is great. And that's just the luncheons. I actually haven't been out to the other, like the FARs, the FABs, the GAFs, the MGMs, and those are, there's much more specific workshops that are also volunteer run, where you get to really hone in on whatever it is that you're working on and really focus and build skills in that one area. Was there a second?